Hello friends, welcome back to SQL with Manoj. In my previous video, I talked about the select statement, and with the select statement we saw how to retrieve data from a particular table. And today in this video we'll talk about where clause. Where clause is basically to filter the records that you retrieve from the select statement so that you get a smaller subset of data. Okay, so let's go back to SSMS where we will see the select statement that we saw last week. So if we run the select statement for this employee table, that is select star means all the columns from employee, so it gives me, and I execute it gives me 290 records. Okay, so let's say if I want to reduce this record set, I just want employee who belong to the engineering department. How I can do that? So it's very simple. You can have a where clause where you have to select the department name which belongs to engineering. Okay, so this way you will get a very smaller subset of data, that is only 7 employees out of 209 employees that belongs to the engineering department. Okay, now let's see, if I want employees who belong to engineering department or employees who belong to marketing department, how can I do that? So let's copy this marketing so that I can paste it here. So here what I'll do is I'll use that or operator, or DEPART, department name is equal to marketing, right? So with this or clause, what I got is I got the employees from engineering department, or I got the employees from marketing department, right? So this gives me a subset of both the engineering employees as well as the marketing employees, right? So this gives me total 17 records, 7 records of engineering and 10 records of marketing. Okay, so this is how we use the or operator with the where clause. Now let's see how we can use the and operator with the where clause, right? So in our employee table we have marital status, that is single and married, and we have a gender column, that is male or female, right? So now let's see, there is a typical condition where you want employees who are married and who are male, right? So how you can do that? So for that you have to have a where clause, again same, and you have to apply the filter on marital status which is equal to married, and here rather than using the or operator you will apply the and operator, right? Where and gender is equal to male. So this will give you a list of all the employees who are married as well as who are male. So here you got 97 rows, and you can see here all the employees are marital status equal to married and gender is equal to male, right? So 97 employees you get like this. So this is how we use where clause with the or operator, and we use where clause with the and operator. Okay, now let's see how we can use the like operator, right? So like operator is basically used when when we are not relying with a whole value, we are relying on a part of a value, right? So let's see, you want to see employees whose names start with A. So you can have a where clause where first name like, so you have to give it like this. So previously we gave where marital status is equal to, but with the like operator you have to give where first name like the name should start from A, so single quotes A and percentage. Okay, so this A percentage, what does it mean? That the first character should be A and rest of the value can be anything, right? So you got 16 records where name is starting from A. Now let's see, you have a typical condition where you have name ending with A, right? So what you can do is you can have the percentage symbol in the beginning and A at the end, right? So it will list out all the employees whose names ends with A. Okay, so these are all employees whose names starts with anything but ends with A only. Okay, now let's say you have a typical condition where you have your name can start with A, B or C. How you can do that? So it's simple. What you can do is you can have a like operator this, or you can repeat this, okay, like this, B or C. Okay, so this will give you employees whose name starts with A, B, or C. Okay, so okay, I didn't give the or operator, so let's go ahead and execute it. So see, you got employees whose names starts with only A, B, or C, right? There is no other employee whose name starts with D, E, or F, or till Z, right? So there is one more way to do this. I would say a shortcut way, right? So how you can do this is, rather than having these or other two conditions, right, you can give a condition like this: A, B, and C. Okay, so in this square bracket, if you give this condition like this, what it means that within these square brackets it will consider only one character, right? So you can filter employees like this whose names starts with A, B, or C, like this. Okay, so and it gives you the same number of records, number 48. Okay, so this is how you can use the like operator. Okay, and there are also multiple scenarios where you could be using the like operator like this, and in some other ways. Now let's see how this between operator works. Okay, so I have this employee table. So I have this employee table, and as you saw, we have 290 employees, and I'll take the birth date. Okay, I want to see employees who were born between 1980 to 1990, right? So it's very difficult to see here and get the list of those employees here. So what I can do is I can have a where clause, where based upon this particular column, birth date, and what I will do here is I will have this operator between my dates were 1980 01 and 1990 12/31. Okay, so it will give me all the employees who were born between 1980 and 1990, right? So here you go, I got 131 records out of 290, right, who were born between these two dates. Okay, so there is one more way you can do, right, but this is the most appropriate way, but I should tell you, what is the other way. Rather than between, what you can give is where birth date is greater than or equal to this, and birth date sorry birth date is less than or equal to this, right? So you will get the same number of records, 131, right? So these two are similar ways where you can get the records. So this is how you can use between operator. Okay, and this does not only work with date, it also works with the integer column and other columns. Let's see how it works. So let's say you want an employee, you want the list of employees whose identity value falls between 100 to 210, right? So these are all the employees, right? So I want the employees whose employee ID value falls between these, right? So how can I do this? So I can have a where clause based upon this particular column, business entity ID between 100 and 110. Okay, so it will show me, so it will give me all the records between business entity ID 100 to 110. I got 11 rows. Okay, so this is how this between operator works with the where clause. Okay, now let's see how this in and not in operator works, right? So I'll just copy it again, and let's see what scenario we can get. Okay, so I'll take you to the above scenario where I had this condition, right? So let me show you how you can modify this or operator with the in operator, right? So here we saw where the employees belonging to either engineering department or the marketing department. What we can do here is we can remove this, right, and we can provide a list of engineering and marketing, but rather than equal to operator we have to use the in operator, right? So it will give me the same number of records, right, 17 number of records where the employees belong to engineering department or the marketing department, right? And if I need some more, right, let's say I want employee who belong to sales department, I can comma separate the sales value here, and I'll get the employees who belong to all these three, either of these three departments. So I have 35 employees who belongs to either of these three department, right? Now how we can work with the not in? Not in means there is a condition where you want all the employees who does not belong to these three department, right? So it's very simple. Just before in you can give not in condition, right? So like this. So it will give you all the records, right, where the employees does not belong to engineering, marketing and sales department, right? See here, right? And there is other way to do it also. What you can do is, there's other way, but that is a bigger way, right? The way we modified it and reduced it into this statement, we have to go ahead and expand it to a bigger statement like this, where department name is not equal to, okay, and department name is not equal to, okay, and department name not equal to sales, okay. So it should also give me 255 records. See, it gave me 255 records, and so both of these statements will work like the same, but it just based upon your convenience, whichever is convenient to you. So for me, the not in is more convenient, like the way the between was more convenient to me, right? So I could have written the between statement like this without the between operator, and by using the greater than equal to and less than equal to operator, but between is more convenient for me, and the similar way in and not in are more convenient for me to use like this, right? So this statement we can write like this, and the not in statement we saw the same thing, right? We can write like this, okay. So these are the both two statements will work the same. So this will also give you 17 records, this will also give you sorry, I have one more department over here, so let me give an extra or condition. Department name is equal to sales, okay. So this will give you 35 records, and this will also give you 35 records, okay. So this is how you work with the where clause, and we saw how we can work with the plain where clause, where we just saw this, right? A simple where clause that just deals with the one column. Then we saw how to work with the and or operator, like this or operator, right? So where we check the employee belongs to engineering or the marketing department. Then we saw the and operator, where we get the list of employees who were married as well as who are male, okay. Then we saw the like operator, right? Like operator will give you employees who, first of all, we saw this particular example where the employee name belongs with a, right? These are the employees belongs with a. And then we saw the example where the employee name ends with a, right? So this is the way you can give, right? And but then we saw the employees whose name starts with a, b or c. So there are two methods. One is the longer way, and the other one is the very short method, like this, right? A, b or c within the square brackets. So it will give you only the employees whose name starts with a, b or c. So the square brackets within um, so these characters within the square bracket means the first character can be either a, b or c, right? Then we saw the between operator, right? The between operator, how we can use, we saw the date of birth criteria. I just wanted the employees who were born between this particular date and this particular date, so we got around 131 records, right? This was another way to do it, bit bigger way. And same I applied the between operator here with the integer column, right? Earlier it was the date column. Then we saw the in and not in options, right? How we can use the in and not in. So this is the way. If I want the employees belonging to department in either of these three departments, so what I can do is, rather than doing this or operator multiple times, and repeating these column multiple times, I can have the column name at once and in clause and all these departments comma separated, right? So this give me a list of these. And then not in, if I want employees who does not belong to any of these departments, I can give a simple not in statement like this. I'll get these 255 records. And the another big way was this one, right? So this is how this where condition works. So where is nothing but it is a way you filter records from the select statement, right? So this is it for today, and please let me know your thoughts and your suggestions. Please like the video if you really like it, and please subscribe. By subscribing you'll get to know the latest videos I will put in here. Thank you, have a nice day.